Afternoon and happy Sunday. Good afternoon and happy Sunday. How was your service today? I came in from church not too long ago, and I want to share with you in this video some important things that you need to know um, concerning the ice block business. When I say the important thing you need to know, what I'm talking about is how you can scale in the ice block business. How can you scale in the ice block business? And when I'm talking about scaling the ice block business, I'm talking about scaling it from survival to serious profit. Many people come into the ice block business and they go out without making a single dime. Instead, they make some losses and they struggle to sell the ice block machine. I've made series of videos concerning the ice block business, and as far as the ice block business is concerned, I can say that I am an authority in the ice block business niche. Why do many ice block businesses, why is it that they don't grow? And how to fix the problem of them not growing. That is another thing that I'm going to talk about in this video today. Apart from this, in this live stream, we're going to look at money, market, and mastery in the ice block business. So this is basically what I will be talking to you about. I can see somebody saying hi. Yeah, hi. Let me put on my glasses to see the face, the name of the person saying hi clearly. When words are in very tiny prints, I don't get to see them. So I'm going to check from here to see the person who is saying hi, and I'm going to respond, call your name right away, and I'm going to respond to that. So I have Lara Adeoye. Wow! Lara Adeoye, thank you very much for coming on my live stream. I really appreciate you. I've been mentioning your name in almost all my videos, and I really want to thank you for being a member of my channel. Thank you for buying me coffee over and over. And I think one of these days we should have a live stream together where you are, you can come on live and tell us about yourself and what you do. So if that is okay by you, you can let me know so that you can just chat me on my WhatsApp, and then from there. Yeah, thank you very much, Lara. She's saying that thank you for all you do. So thank you very much, Lara. I really appreciate you. You are one of my key motivators on this channel. Sometimes it seems as if one should stop, but when with people like you and your support, one keeps going. So if it is okay by you, one of these days you can have a live stream, which I've been having anywhere you are. I will send you the link when I'm live, then you can join. So we can make it a date. Let's agree on a day. You tell me the date, the time, and then we agree. So you can reach me on my WhatsApp 08036910988 if that is okay by you, so that I can bring you on live, and then we can talk on anything you want to talk about. So you'll be live and direct on the channel, and then we can discuss. So thank you very much, Lalawi. I've been, every time I mention your name, and here you are live and direct. So we can move it to the next level by having the live stream together. That is a key benefit of your membership on my channel. So money without market waste time, and then market without structure also waste opportunity. And that is why, as you're having the money, we also need to have the market. As you're having the market, we also have to have the structure. I'm talking about going back to the ice block business now. Now, you know my name, but for those who are joining newly, I am Dr. Olubinga Adetitun, and I'm the brain behind this Dr. Olubinga Adetitun YouTube channel. I teach you how to make money online and offline. I have been in the ice block business for some time. Currently, I've stopped the ice block business due to some personal reasons, but all the videos I've done and the experience gathered are still there. And I've done a series of videos on the ice block business. I just did one of those videos those days. I sat in my sitting room And then I just did that video talking about the ice block business, my challenges, and how it has been. I didn't have any script for that video. I just spoke about my experiences. And that video went viral. It's a 20 minutes or so video. It went viral. Everybody in the ice block business, they looked up to that video as the authority. And based on that, they started contacting me, started asking me different questions. And then when I saw that a particular question was dominant, I decided to make a video about that particular question. And then based on that question about the ice block, people watch it again and they ask more questions. So when they ask more questions, I made another video to respond to that question that people asked. And on and on and on. I was not just making video for making video sake. I was making video to answer the question that people were asking. So this made me to be an authority when it comes to the ice block business anywhere as far as online or YouTube is concerned. So any video, I've done videos about ice block. People ask about solar. I do video about solar. In fact, I have somebody that can help people with solar. People were asking me so much question that who can they depend on to help them to make ice block machine. Then I was putting the phone number of the person who helped me to make my ice block machine, and they were contacting him. People needed this, needed that. So I just made another video talking about who to contact. I spoke about Mr. Femi in Ibadan. I spoke about another individual in Lagos who is into this factory-made ice block machine. Talking about solar, I talk about Avatech. I combined them in that video and I push that out. And then people talk about generator. Can we use generator? Yes, you can use generator. If what you are going to sell the ice block is the cost of production, even using generator, if the cost of sales is going to be able to beat the cost of production, why not? Go ahead and use it. We talk about prepaid meter. I say, how can you use prepaid meter for ice block machine? Then I went to Ibadan to my sister's place, and I saw her in her shop. She was using prepaid meter to power her ice block machine. I say, wow, so we can use prepaid meter to power ice block machine. Then I made another video on it. You can use prepaid meter to power your ice block machine, and on and on and on. I was like that on the ice block business. People have asked so many questions and I've answered so many questions. Now, in this live stream, I'm not talking about how to start ice block business. I'm talking to people who already should have started the ice block business, and now they want to scale it up. They want to take it to the next level. So those are the people I'm talking to in this video. Those who they have already started the ice block business, now they want to move it to the next level. So those are the people I am talking about. So I'm live for this live is for people already in the business or serious about scaling. You want to scale, you want to move to the next level. You know, you've taken the ice block business, this is where you are, you want to go higher. Just like I want to take this YouTube channel higher, and that's why I'm having live streams almost every day in the recent time. And funny enough, YouTube itself is making a kind of training where they want us to go live often, because YouTube itself is also trying to scale. They are competing with TikTok, competing with other channels like Instagram and Facebook, who are also encouraging live chats. You see a lot of live talk on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, where people can even get to talk together. 10 people can be invited to be talking at the same time on TikTok or Instagram. And then YouTube also is trying to do that kind of competition. So the big idea is to teach you the framework of the ice block business. And the main framework I'll be talking about in this video is number one, money, market, systems, and trust. You have to talk about money, talk about the market, talk about the systems, talk about the trust. So in this video, I'll be using real examples because I'm a real person. I'm a very practical person. I'll be talking about different pillars that you can use to scale your ice block business. And then number one pillar to scale your ice block business is money. Money is capital, and this is capital strategy, not just money. So when we talk about capital, we're talking about the capital strategy and not just money. So scaling pillar number one is money. Let me take this comment. I can see somebody is saying hi to me. So let me check who it is who is saying hi. So if you have any question or comment for me concerning this, you can ask. This is Balarabe Ibrahim. Balarabe Ibrahim, thank you very much for coming to my live stream. If you have any question for me on this business or any other thing I've been doing on this channel or any other thing, you can ask in the chat section and I'll be there to respond immediately. So as I was saying, scaling pillar number 1 is money. And when we talk about money, we mean capital. And when we talk about capital, this is not just, this is a capital strategy, not just the capital. It's using the capital to strategize. So he's not just talking about the capital on its own, but using the capital to now form a strategy. So what most people think scaling means buy more machines. That is incomplete. Scaling the iceberg business does not mean buy more machine. It means more than that. And that is why I said it is not just capital, it is using the capital to strategize. So what I want to emphasize here is that you need to reinvest profit, not eating the profit. If you are doing the iceberg business, reinvest the profit. Don't eat the profit. Don't just make the money and be eating it. Many iceberg business stay small because profit is consumed instead of compounded. The profit is supposed to be put back into the iceberg business so that you can be able to expand the iceberg business. You understand? So the profit is supposed to be put back into the business so that you can use it to expand it. When the business expands, it will take good care of you. But if you keep consuming the little you make from the iceberg business, the business stays small. And then other people come to compete with you and they take the whole market and then nobody gets to buy iceberg from you. Now, when we talk about expansion in the iceberg business, you can stagger the expansion. In staggering the expansion, this is what you do. Instead of one big machine, you should scale in phases. Don't just go and buy one big machine and then that is all you have. Instead, this is what you should do. Number one thing you should do is that in phase 1, increase production hours. So if your production hour for the iceberg business is 10 hours before, increase it so that your workers, you can work more, and then when you work more, you produce more. Another thing you do is add storage freezers. So that freezer you have that is producing 80 or 50 ice block or 100 ice block, have storage freezers. So when the machine produces in 24 hours to produce 50 ice block, and you can now harvest it, put them in the freezer, and then they are safe, they are strong in the freezer. Then you can put another water in the ice block machine to produce again. Then you put it in the freezer. When buyers now come, they can pick 100 at a go. Instead of you bringing it directly from the machine and selling it to them, you bring it directly from the machine at your convenience, then you put it in the freezer. Then you have 50 ice block in this freezer, 50 ice block in this freezer, 50 ice block in the other freezer. And then the machine is still having more water in it, producing another one. So if somebody just come and they just come palm at you, we need 200 ice block. Wow, 50 is here, 50 is here, 50 is here. But if you depend on just that ice block machine alone, without the freezer for storage, you are going to be selling 50-50 per time. And sometimes if there's no market at a particular time, it's either you allow the ice block machine to keep running because you don't have freezers to store. And this is what have happened to me before. When I first started, I did not invest in freezers. I just bought the ice block machine. I didn't know about anything about the freezers. Currently, I have more than 30 freezers that I have for ice block machine. I bought them when I entered the business. But if you want to start, have it in mind that you need freezers. So as the ice block machine is working, you also have your freezer. So as the ice block machine has produced, you harvest. You call it harvesting. You harvest and put them in the freezer. Then the freezer will keep them. You know what? Ice block machine, if power goes off or anything, you off the machine, it will start defrosting almost immediately. Almost immediately. It has stopped, it will start defrosting. But the freezer can keep the ice block for 3 days. In some cases, if you don't open the freezer at all, it will still be there for 4 days. So you can see the freezer is for storage. So that is why you must invest very clearly in storage or freezers. Then after that, you have your ice block machine producing 50 or 70 or 100, and then you have a series of freezers that can store for you. Then after that, you can now go for your second ice block machine. So you can see, instead of just going for one big machine, go for storage freezers, and then later on, when all those are settled, then you can go for a second machine, and the second machine can be a small one, not too big. The reason for this is that instead of having one big machine, and then when that one big machine have a problem, you cannot produce. But now you have 2 machines, which are not too big. So if one have problem, you can rely on the other one. The 2 machines should not have problem at the same time. all things being equal. Ceteris paribus. Now, here are some smart financing options. We're talking about capital now, capital strategy. You can get money from cooperative funding. Cooperative funding can give you money to run your ice block business. Apart from this, you can also get money from customer-backed expansion. Bulk buyers pay upfront. When I started, I didn't have freezer. So there was a particular man, I won't mention his name. He used to buy, he's the main buyer at that time, and he was buying at a cheap rate from us. So that's why I advise you, don't just sell to people who just come to your house to buy when you don't know the market. Take your ice block to the market, park it in your car, in the boot of your car, and then take it to a popular garage or the popular big market in the town. People are there needing cold drinks, so all the people selling things in the market, they usually buy ice block. Don't say that they have market already. Who told you? Go, you go. You'll be surprised. That market they have already, maybe when they brought it, the other shop have not opened. When you came now, the other shop are open, they still need ice block. Or they would have even bought in the morning, they need another ice block because they finished, that one have defrosted and they finished selling. So they need another one. Because the market is in the car parks and those garages, they are motor parks, interstate garages. The market there is per second. So based on that, people, they always need ice block. If you think in the morning they will not need, in the afternoon they will need. If they buy ice block by 8 o'clock, they will still need another one by 10. I'm telling you, because people are buying every time. They're opening the cooler and selling. So if you didn't think 12 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9, 10, 11, 12, what about 2 p.m.? You can take your ice block, you can drive your ice block in your car, in the boot of your car to the market or garages by 2 p.m. People will still buy from you. So somebody you have taken back the money, you can go in the afternoon. So that will help you to understand how the market works, so that somebody will not be coming to your house, packing all the ice block. Now we're talking about customer-backed expansion. Your customer that are buying from you like that, they may say, okay, why are you not doing this? It's because I don't have freezer. And the customer has the money or has access to another freezer. The customer can say, okay, come and carry my freezer. But if you carry my freezer, instead of you buying it, selling it to me at 400, I'll be paying 350. You see, that's a deal. So as long as your freezer of the customer is with you, you'll be selling to the customer at 350 instead of 400 or 450. So that means it's renting the freezer to you. Or sometimes you can say, okay, buy it now. I don't have money. Be removing it as I supply me as block. I'm buying 10 from you. That is 10 times 4 times 400 naira. That is how much? 4,000. So every day you're spending 4,000. That means every day you're paying 4,000. They'll be calculating it. The freezer won't sell it for 250 or 300. Now let's be removing it every day like that. Before you know it, you pay off for the freezer. That is customer-backed expansion. Your customer have known you, then they can be able to assist you in the business. Or the customer can even agree to give you a loan with a very minute interest, because now you are in the chain supplying and helping the customer's business to grow through the ice block sales. Then you can also have partnership. Partnership capital can be used to get money for the ice block business. Partnership capital, because I'm talking about capital because many people that have come to me, you tell them the cost of the ice block machine, and then they say, it's too expensive. When it was 500,000. I bought my first machine for 200 and something thousand. Then, now, later on, it moved to 500,000. Now we're talking about not 1 million, not 2 million now, more than 2 million, because things have become very expensive. The dollar exchange rate is high. So the cost of the ice block machine has gone up as the dollar price is going up, because the compressors they are using, they are not making them, they are importing them. So naira to dollar has gone up. You can imagine when naira to dollar was 700 to $1, or even 200 and something, or like that during Jonathan's era. Then Buhari came and it went up to 770. Then Tinubu came, it went up to 1,500. Currently, dollar to naira is trading at 1,004. So it's still high compared to them. Then when the ice block machine was 500, people were still complaining, it's too expensive. Now, what are they going to say? So that is why I'm talking about how you can get funds for the ice block business and be able to scale with funds. Money is not just about how much you have, it's about how well you plan growth. So you have to plan growth. So that is what I'm talking about here. Now, if you want to scale your iceberg business, the scaling pillar two is the market. The market where you sell the ice block to. This is the real game changer. I'm telling you, the market is a real game changer. The market is a real game changer. Anybody that still want to go to ice block business in this Nigeria, they are still going to make money. But the issue is that you have to set up properly. And in this case, the market is a real game changer. If you have the money, you have the ice block machine, and you have the freezer, and you don't have the market, you don't know where to sell to, that is going to be an issue. Now, the market matters more than the machines. Advanced market strategies to reach people are number one, market segmentation. So you stop selling to everyone. Stop selling to everyone. Everyone just buying from you as if you're a retailer. They are buying your ice block from you as if you're a retailer. Stop doing that. What you should do is segment your market. Look for fish sellers who need ice block to ice their fish. These people need it daily, not just once in a while. So you focus on the fish sellers. So all the fish sellers in a particular market, they can buy ice block, they can be buying ice block from you. You can supply 2 to one fish seller, 1. So you understand now. So you focus on fish sellers, then look for cold room operators. Some cold room operators don't have money to buy diesel, so they use ice block. So they put the ice block in the inside of their freezer, and then it does the work, it does the magic. Now, apart from that, you can look for event planners. Those who plan events, those are people, just look for them. So any event they are planning, they always tell you there's an event coming up. I need 20 ice block. Do you know what that means? Instead of selling 20, and they'll come and pick it. They will come and pick it by themselves, because if you look at the cost of you going to supply them, so encourage them to come and pick it. If you're going to supply them, it will cost more. I was at a burial ceremony of an aged grandmother some time ago, many years ago, more than 10 years ago at Kaba. Then they needed ice block to chill the event. Then when they brought it, I asked them, how much did you buy? I was in the business. I was also in the business. They said, that time, 1,000. And I was selling that time for 100 where I was. I went for the event. They now say it's 1,000. In fact, they say they have to go and look for it. And it was 1,000. And that's why I said in villages too, you can set up ice block business in villages. But put solar there, because they will not have light. So you put solar, the villagers will come and charge their phone. You charge, in fact, at Kaba Market. That event was at Kaba Market. In fact, the person we went together to that event with, one of them had to charge his phone at the Kaba Market. Somebody is there that is charging. I don't remember 15 naira collected to make it to be charged. Then you give you a tag, then you tag the phone. Then you leave it there. Then you go. Then later on, you go back and pick your phone. So if you have that kind of ice block facilities, you have power supply, then you'll be charging people to charge them money to charge their phone. So these are part of the ways to diversify. Apart from this, you can also target drink distributors. You target people that distribute drinks, and then you sell to them. Some of these people I'm talking to, from my experience, they may not give you too good a market. So what you should do, go to the main market. Drive your ice block to the main market, or look for somebody in the main market. There's always somebody in the main market that retail the ice block. The woman has a shop there, or the man has a shop there. You have a freezer there. So you go and give the person the ice block. The person will buy it from you. If I'm selling the ice block at 500, for example, if the person is selling at 500, you sell it to the person at 400. So the person will buy it from you at 400 and sell it at 500. And sometimes the person can come and pick it by themselves. Or the best thing you can do that will make the person to be buying from you steadily and neglect other people is to take it to them. So you take it to that particular person. Just go and deliver 40 to that person. The person will buy it. Sometimes I see them when their freezers are full, they have cartons. They have some coolers that they put the ice block also. Then they have cartons they have done in such a way that they can pack it, they tie it in sack. And then that's their own style. Now, let's talk about territory dominance. So instead of expanding blindly, just expanding anyhow, try to dominate particular territory in the ice block business. And talking about territory that you can dominate, own one area fully before moving to another area. So I'm talking about a market. Let's assume I reside in London. Let's assume, and I've sold a Maraba car park. I took my ice block machine to Maraba car park. I got there, I took 40 ice block to Maraba car park. And I just drove to the place. I was looking, these things here, no market. I put it in the boot, drove to the Maraba market. It was like magic that day. I told the people, I'm selling ice block. They said, bring it, let us see. I went to the car, I brought it. They followed me to the booth. They took 2, they gave me my money. That person that took called, Iyatunde, ice block, what did they oh that? That's how Iyatunde came. Iyatunde bought 5. Iyatunde told them, Iya Kafaya, Iya Kabiru. That's what they call themselves. That's how they came to my car. And they bought the whole 40 I took to the place. They bought the whole 40. People do, they do mobile sales of clothes, all these clothes. You see them, put them in the boot of their car. When they get to the church, they open it, they show the space to their friends, and people buy. I was at my mechanic space. Somebody was selling a clicker. It was in his car. He just opened something and he was selling the shirt and this thing to people, and people bought. So why not ice block too? So put it in the boot of your car. Drive to popular markets, and then tell them you have ice block garages. Tell them you have ice block car parks where people are traveling, and then they buy it from you. That's a good one. So control supply during peak demand, that is dry season, and during power outages. Also another strategy is to find out areas that they have their light has problem. So look for an area where their light has problem. Then go to that area and be selling to them. You produce in your place and go there and sell to them. That time I was talking about Maraba, they have light problem at Maraba. There was another time there was light problem at Sango Iloni. The demand was high. Just go to Sango, they will buy everything. So you keep your ears open. Any area you have there, transformer problem, start going to and sell ice block to the people that are selling things there, because they will need it to chill their drinks. So now, another way to sell is B2B supply contacts. So you can get business to business supply contacts. So you can supply them weekly or monthly. Supply agreement. You can have supply agreement that, okay, on Monday I will supply you, you on Tuesday, you on Wednesday. This happened when I was in the egg business also. On the egg business, I supply on Monday, supply some people before I even go out, because I was selling eggs on the campus where I was a lecturer. Where I'm still a lecturer now. Now, before going out, I go and buy the eggs from the outskirts of the town. I buy 100 crates, 70 crates, and I bring it home. Then, the people that know that I'm selling, I call them before I go. How many crates? In the morning, how many crates? Or the night before, how many crates will I bring for you? 10 crates, 5 crates, 5 crates, 10 crates. That is 30 crates. 10, 5, 5, 10. Sometimes 10, 10, 5, 25 crates. So I pack it in the boot of my car and I drive to the place straight, supply them, then I go to my office. So people don't even know I'm a lecturer. When they got to know I'm a lecturer, the woman was like, she was shaking. I said, cool down, I'm doing business. When she got to know I was a lecturer, one of my students was with her selling. So she said, since our God is our lecturer. Then the woman looked, she saw that I was humble. When you are doing business, you have to be humble and friendly. You don't have to tighten your face and just carry and say, I'm a lecturer. You probably finish you. So at least when I was selling eggs, my children would eat eggs. Free eggs. I will make my profits clean and clear from everything I'm selling. If you want to cook yam, we'll eat, there's egg for yam. If you want to cook rice, there's egg for rice. If you want, what do you want to cook? In fact, sometimes when there's no meat and fish in the house, just make your eba or make your amala. Make the soup, put egg. So there's an excuse. The protein in the family was very, very sure. So when you do B2B supply, you have fixed pricing and volume guarantees, then it reduces daily stress and price haggling. So when you have people you supply to, okay, I will bring it to you. So it reduces your stress. So this is an authority line to repeat. A guaranteed buyer is more powerful than a big machine. So you first get the market. Then you now start targeting the market to produce to them. Somebody said, if you want to go into any business, look for where there is demand. There's high demand for a particular goods or service. Then you do the supply. So if people are, you see that's why during convocation, matriculation, universities or colleges of education or polytechnics, photographers come. Why? Because everybody is wearing their best clothes and they want to take photograph with it. So those people, they design a good background, happy matriculation day, everything. They design it. They design everywhere, and then people will now go. Those design you find your photo in there. They will go there and snap, and the man will get money. The more people that go to snap in his place, the more money he make. But he has to design the background very well. You see, some people also, when there's church programs, they bring food, they bring clothes to sell. Why? Because you know that people are there, they will need to eat, they will need to drink water, they will need to have soft drinks. So you also in the iceberg business or any other business you are doing, look for where there's demand. Then try to supply them, and then you are going to make sales. Now, scaling plan 1 and 2 has been settled. Now moving to scaling plan 3, systems. What most people ignore. There's need for system. You see, some people say, oh, I can't go into any business. So, I love business. No, it's because you don't have a system. When you have a system, they cannot eat your money because the system will run. Look at banks. Look at banks in Nigeria or anywhere in the world. There's a branch in each city or in each town. There's Bank A in that place, Bank A. When you go to that place again, there's Bank A. When you go to the next town, each state have Bank A scattered across the state. The MD CEO is in the head office, but there are systems which make Bank A to run, whether the MD is there or not. And then everyone report back to somebody and report back to somebody. Everybody knows limits. So in your own system to make people to know their limit, people that are working with you, let them know their limit and let them know what they should do. And then you plan the system. I visited somewhere recently, and inside that place, it's a big place. It's a big place. Inside that place, you cannot pay cash for anything. Anything you want to pay, you have to do transfer. So you can't go and buy something inside that place. When I'm talking that place, it's a city. Inside that city, you cannot pay cash. So you have to do transfer. So that is to prevent people from cheating. And then for cheating or duping them or taking their money away. Because now, when they are paying to the name of that place. So if it is this section, section A, pay to the name of that place, but the account is section A. Section B, the name of that place, but the account is section B account. And section C and section D, as many sections as they have. That's how they work. Either you use use their POS with your card, or you pay by transfer. But you cannot pay by cash. That is a system to prevent stealing, to prevent corruption. You understand? Now, scaling pillar 3, as I said, is system. This is where small operators fail and serious businesses win. Now, you can scale using systems through production schedule. Is your production of iceberg going to be during the day or at night? That should be a system. You don't just can't be producing iceberg anytime. You must have a time to produce. Okay, our production is in the morning. Every morning by 8, everybody start production. You get the water, tie the water. You know, iceberg machine, you have to tie water, get nylon, get people to tie the water and put it on the floor. Then some people that will arrange it to the machine. All these things have to be planned. If not, all the water will be breaking and you'll be wasting nylon, wasting water. So you have to plan it. Are they going to just arrange it on the floor? Somebody else will arrange it in the machine. How many are they going to? So every day, from what time to what time? That's the system. So everybody knows. Everybody knows that this time you have to clear this, you have to clear this. And if you are using solar, that means you can control the time the iceberg will form, will mature. So with that, your system is sure banker. A sure banker. And I encourage you to use solar for your iceberg business. If you really want to scale, don't depend on NEPA or other things. Solar may be expensive for you to set up at the start, but in the long run, you can make more money from it. So you need money to start the iceberg business. So if you are thinking, I don't have money, there is no iceberg, there are other businesses you should do. But if you don't have money and you still, I really don't want to do this business, because when there's a will, there's a way. You can get other people that have money. How much do you have? 200,000. How much do you have? 1 million. How much do you have? 2 million. But what you want to do, the investment you want to do is 5 million or 7 million investment or 10 million investment, which you get the money back within 1 year with good profit, and you still have your machine. You understand? So those who are in the business already, they know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about scaling here. So if it's 2 million you have, but this goal of this good ice block and everything perfect is 7 million. Then get other people that can give 1 million, give 2 million, give 1 million, give this, and then you form partnership. Then you run it, and then you give them their money back at their agreed time. So production schedule is there. Then staff roles. One person should not do everything. One person should not get fresh water. One person should not be in charge of the water. And the same person will tie the water. The same person will put it in the machine. The one person is running the machine. No. We are talking about scaling, making the business at a higher scale. After some time, that person will break down or run away. So if you have one person should not do everything, one person should do this, one person should do this, another person should do this. The person will think that kilo one is a simple thing. Is this not the only thing I'm doing? And then the person will feel good. In fact, the day the person does not come and is not paid, he will feel and the person will feel good. So that is what you should do. Then, if possible, you can be paying your workers weekly or monthly. That's a system of every 2 weeks. If you are paying them daily, some days they may not, if they don't come, it will affect your system. So you pay them weekly. So Monday to Saturday, then you pay them on Saturday or on Friday. So that is that about that. So simple record keeping is also necessary. You keep record of your daily production, of your daily sales, then your power of fuel cost. If you're using diesel, if you're using petrol, or if you're using solar, what does it cost you daily to produce? So you write it down. All these things will help you. I got a grant and in my university to do research. And I did the research, and then we are still on it at the moment. And then with my students, so my 2 MSc students, they didn't pay for, that part of that grant, use it for their program, so that they don't need to pay to buy any material or anything, normally which they're supposed to buy. Now, I was trying to report back to the granting body so that they can release some amount of money more for me. I've taken 50% for release, another 25% of the grant. Then they said I should write the report of how I spent. I wrote the report and sent to them. They said I have to provide receipt. So I had to go back to the people I bought things from and say, please give me receipt for this, Receipt. Well, how many receipts am I keeping? So I have to get all the receipt, go back and I didn't keep the receipt. Okay, give me the receipt. And they gave me. And I forwarded it to those people now. So this is where the daily production comes. Now, 2 days ago, one of my students said she's buying some things. I said, yes, go and buy it. Say that thing to me, go and buy it. But get the receipt. Get the receipt. Buy it, but get the receipt. And then she sent the receipt to me. So that is the importance of daily production, daily sales, and then this thing. You have to keep good record of everything, your income and your expenditure, so that you can be able to know how you are doing in the business. Now, you also have to reduce loss. Reduce loss by controlling meltage. Ice block business is a powerful business. You have to control meltage. When there's no light, to start melting. So you reduce meltage by putting it in a deep freezer, and don't open the deep freezer. If you don't have deep freezer, you should have a deep freezer. That is clear. There's some small scale producers, they have this sack of rice that there's nothing inside again. So they wrap it in one sack, wrap it in the other one. So they'll put them plenty, then wrap it in different, the sack will be plenty altogether. Then they'll put it, it serves as an insulator. So because air is not reaching it directly, it still takes time before it defrosts. So that's another way. But the best bet is a deep freezer for that purpose. Then better storage, which is still deep freezer, then fast delivery systems. So if you are providing service to deliver to people to the market, you should know before they even call you should be on your way. And as soon as they call you should be on your way. And that is where the advantage of a freezer storage is there. In the freezer storage, because you harvested it from the machine and put it in the freezer storage, you can easily just take it up and remove it. But in the machine, wow, removing ice block from the machine is work. You have to get, in fact, you have to have hammer. This is what you have done. You have to have hammer. You have to buy glove because we can't be ice block over and over. You have to buy glove so that the coldness will not be too much on your hand. So you get gloves that you'll be using to move the ice block. Then you have hammer. Then you have something like a chisel. Then you be in between the ice block inside the ice block machine. You heat it. Then you separate it. Then they'll be separated. Then you move it out. You do this side and this side. Then you draw it out. Draw it out. Once you've done for one in that row, others will just be removed easily. But in the freezer now, because you have moved it and packed it there, the freezer is not too tied together because that one is from the water state, they have stayed together. So when they become block, they stay together. So but when you are moving to the freezer now, it's easy to remove from the freezer. So scaling is not hustle, it is structure. If you are going to scale, it is all about you having a structure. Now, let's talk about scaling pillar 4. I'm almost done with how to scale your ice block business and to make more money. I am Dr. Olumide Titun, and I'm your host on this Dr. Olumide Titun YouTube channel where I teach you how to make money. I teach people how to make money honestly, and I also try to make my own money in an honest way. Now, I'm doing this as a form of community service. United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 1 and 2. Number 1 is poverty. Number 2 is no hunger. Anybody that goes into the ice block business is contributing to that United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, which they say should achieve by 2030. If it's not achieved by 2030, they will sit down again and formulate other goals for another 20 years or so. So, if you're into the ice block business, you are providing job for people. You are providing job. How are you providing job? People who are helping you in the work, you pay them. So job creation. And job creation is part of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And then when there's job creation, somebody can be able to end poverty because that can be able to make the person to have what he can use to feed and take care of his family or of himself. So let's go to scaling pillar 4, which is brand and trust. Brand and trust. So this is not too discussed in the ice block business, and that is your edge. People don't care about branding. They just say, "Kebo mini, just supply the block." They don't have a brand. You should have a brand for your own, and that is going to be your edge. In talking about branding, it's about what you do that make you to stand out. Number 1 part of your branding is consistent size and quality. Your ice block machine should have a consistent size, a particular size, and particular quality. That block one kokinte joro. Wow, that is your brand. Block one man Toby, that is your brand. Another one is reliable supply, even during shortages. Gbogbo ìgbà náà máa ní ice block. Tẹ́ bá ti débẹ̀ wọ́n máa ní ṣáà ni. Bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe gan àmọ́. That is your brand. You are always reliable. You are always reliable. You are always on time. Then honest pricing. Your price is good. It's not too high. It's just good price for the buyer and good price for you, the seller, for your business. So that is it. Then people can also order on WhatsApp. You can have a WhatsApp. People can order and just place it on WhatsApp. There's this eatery in town called Item 7. And then when I was doing the naming ceremony of my last born, because the boy was about 2 weeks or 3 weeks in the hospital, in the neonatal or neonate intensive care unit, they call it NICU, NICU. He was there for 3 weeks or so. So I didn't name him throughout the time because I don't want to name somebody that will now die. And maybe say, you should use faith and name him as he's inside the NICU. I'll be naming him on outside. No, I don't give a name until when they discharge him, everything. Then I arrange the naming ceremony on a Saturday. Because of the expenses I've incurred in the time he was in the hospital with the mother and other things. So I said, no, I can't invite everybody, just the ministers. Then about 15 people gathered. Then they were thinking I was not going to provide any food to them. Then I surprised them. There was nobody. I didn't invite anybody to cook. We didn't cook. I just called that eatery at themselves. I just chat them on WhatsApp. Bring the food now. The next time they brought about 20 plates of rice with chicken and I've already bought some drinks with nylon. Then the nylon they used to bring the food, each pack, I just put some drinks inside, and then people took away. People that saw me after said, "Wow, you say you are not doing naming, but you give item 7." I said, cool down. So you can see item 7, WhatsApp ordering did the magic. I ordered on WhatsApp, and then customer follow up. You have to have customer follow up also. People buy ice everywhere, but they stay loyal to reliability. People can buy ice block from anywhere, but when you are reliable, they are going to stay loyal to you. So now let's talk about the market. I've talked about the 4 ways you can scale up your ice block business. Now let's go back to the market, because I told you that the market is the main thing. Once there's market for something, your own is to drive your goods or services to that place, and then you're going to make sales and make profit. So where demand is strongest, that is the market. So look for where demand is strongest in the ice block business. I've mentioned some. Do your own research, independent research. Find out where do they always need ice block that they don't have ice block. You know, when I started, I just discussed with one person, because that man was always coming to the house to pack it at a cheaper price. So I discussed with one person and said, and I'm doing ice block. Oh. Person said, you are doing, bring 3 for me. And I look, if this woman need 3, then that woman too we need. And I went to meet the woman. The woman says, bring 5. That was how I supplied them 3, 5. Then and I told other people, they now say, bring this. Sometimes I carry 20 ice block to where the area where I work, and they buy it. So common mistake producers make, you should avoid it. Then how to secure repeat buyers, I've spoken about that also. So secure repeat buyers, treat them well. Sometimes those who are repeat buyers, you can say, oh, I think to the customer, oh no, 500, it's on 450. The person will feel good. Everybody, not that every time, no, because customer, maybe leg 500, no, in fact, 550, I can 500. No, they will not buy from you. They won't tell you, you will not bring it, you are not bring them close. You bring them close by telling them that normally 500 won't tablet 81 every time to the customer. Oh yeah, let me you for you, it's on 400. The person will feel affinity. Anywhere the person will say, because after some time again, let me years on 400. After some time you buy sweet, packet of sweet. Reduce the whole from you, but I buy sweet, you can find money. The person will keep coming to buy from you. That is how business is done, and that's how you can keep repeat buyers. So I want to thank Lara Laoye for her comment, and also the other person who commented. I want to really appreciate you. Lara Laoye is a member of my YouTube channel, and have been a member for some time and supporting me and buying me coffee. And one of these days, we're going to have a live stream together with Lara Laoye. Balarabe Ibrahim 139 also, he said hi as we on the live stream. I want to appreciate all of you. And if you have any question, viewing now, you have any question regarding the ice block business, you can let me know by asking in the comment section, and I will respond, and then we can move on from there. So I want you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, watch specific past videos. I have a video playlist devoted to ice block business. You can check it out. I have rebranded my channel, aligning everything to United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which are 17, and they have subsets in them. So all of my channel have been rebranded to focus and streamline. And my channel, I'm rebranding it now to be like a program of empowering people through information, empowering people on financial empowerment through information, business empowerment through information. So check my YouTube playlist about ice block. I've done more than 20 videos. If you Google ice block Nigeria and then you click video, you see my videos are many. And if you come on YouTube and search for ice block in Nigeria, ice block business, or ice block machine, you see some of my videos. So this is it. I want to thank you very much. All these are from my experiences. And this is where many people are getting it wrong. And I've highlighted it how you can really scale. And if you want to scale, listen carefully. This video, this live stream will be available so that if you want to replay it, you can replay it. So money plus market is going to give you growth. But I need to add this, that money without market wastes time. Also, market without structure wastes opportunity. So this is where I'm going to stop on this subject matter of how you can scale your ice block business as far as Nigeria or anywhere in Africa is concerned. So I want to thank you for coming on my live stream today. Laalaoye, thank you very much. And then Ibrahim, thank you very much. Nagode, and thank you. So Laalaoye, as I said, if you want us to have a live stream like this together, where I'll bring you live and you can talk to viewers about yourself and what you do, you can get in touch with me on WhatsApp. Chat with me on 08036910988. I really appreciate you and I thank you. You are one of the people that keep the channel going by being a member on the channel. So viewers, I want to thank you and I want to really appreciate you. If you're a maker of ice block and you want me to bring you live and direct on my live stream to talk to people about your business or any other business, chat with me on 08036910988 and I'll bring you live and direct anywhere you are. I will send a link to my live stream to you. You will join and they will be talking live and direct like this one. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.